Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today we're in the UMPs here at Williams Grove. Really small field here, only 6 people. It seems like nobody really wants to race the UMPs, maybe because of Williams Grove. I love Williams Grove. It's such a fun track to me. Ran a decent time in practice, wasn't great, but the track is getting worn out as we go, so hopefully we could stick with a 4. I think I'll be okay with that for the most part. Because this track's going to get pretty worn out by the end of the race. Just trying to keep the car straight, not smack these walls. Fastest way is right on the bottom, but I completely miss it. That was an awful corner. I might as well run high in this 3 and 4 again just to get speed going for the front stretch. That was a really bad 1 and 2. Don't want to get on the gas too early. Your car will kick out real bad. There we go. Better 1 and 2. Still not great by any means, but still not awful. I ran a 5. Even running the high side in 3 and 4, we ran a 5. That's kind of funny. Hopefully this lap will be better running the low side. Got a little too sideways there in the middle of the corner. Hopefully our second lap will be a better 5 or a 4. Nope, it was a 6. Okay. That is awful. That was really bad qualifying altogether. Like, the 3 is much faster than that. I'm faster than that. I don't know how fast the 2 is. Did he run? He didn't run in practice. Okay, so I don't know how quick he is really, but still have 1 guy left to qualify, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. And I'm not sure if we're actually going to have heat races or not, since there's only 6 of us. We will see. We might have 1 heat race with all of us and then go to the feature. I've never had this small of a field, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with the heat races and everything. Okay, looks like we're all going into heat number 1. That's kind of what I expected, to be honest. There you go. Thank you. I was expecting kind of everybody just get thrown in the same heat and we go straight into the feature after that. So, hopefully we can somehow get the win here in the heat race. We're not on pole, so it's going to be hard to do with such a small amount of laps. And somebody backed out. Lovely. Now we got 5 cars. Very small field. It seems like nobody wants to run these. I don't know why. It's 11:15 is this race on a Sunday, so I don't understand why nobody wants to run it. It might be because of Williams Grove. I'm not sure. It seems like Williams Grove doesn't get that many takers on races, because especially this race has cautions in the feature, and a lot of people just bore into turn 1 and run everybody over. And there's usually a lot of cautions. But if you can get some green flag racing, this track's a ton of fun. To me, at least. I love this track. To me, it races better than Eldora because you can make multiple lines work. Knoxville, you can make Knoxville work just as well because it could stretch out so far and throw some sliders and everything. This track's kind of hard to throw sliders on, at least in 3 and 4 because of the walls down low. But you can do it more in 1 and 2, I feel like. Or maybe it might be the opposite. I'm not 100% sure. But there's definitely walls that prevent you from going too low. You can definitely mess up real easy hitting the tires or the inside wall in either corner.
Obviously, once he gets to pit road here,
especially the tires. The tires will really ruin your day. The wall you'll kind of just bounce off of, but the tires will absolutely kill you. Probably catch you and turn you all the way around. But let's see what we can do in this heat race. Yeah, I just don't know why nobody wants to run this. I don't want to run Cedar Lake is my thing. Everywhere else is at Cedar Lake. Like the Supers are there, the 358s are there. I ran the sprint cars because they're at USA, and I love USA as well because it's very similar to this track, just wider. It's like a wider Williams Grove to me. Waiting on him. He literally waited forever to go on that restart. He beat me to the line, so I'm not going to get a black flag for that. I'm surprised he didn't go earlier, because I was anticipating him going earlier, and he just kind of backed off once he saw I was anticipating it. Kind of seems like the middle line is working decent. I just have to be careful about people running me over, because I like to go into the corners not super aggressive at this track. But if you go in real aggressive, you're going to slide up the track, which I'm not trying to do. I'm just trying to keep the car straight and everything for the exit of the corners. Able to get down low finally. And hopefully we can try to pull away some. Everybody's really aggressive into these corners of this track, and I just can't do it. I just don't like it. I don't like being too super aggressive in these corners because I don't want to run somebody over and slide way up the corners, because these corners will punish you if you slide really far up them. Seems like 1 and 2 is better down low, and 3 and 4 might be better in this middle lane, just because you can keep your speed up a little bit more. Good battle coming behind me for second, the 2 and the 3 car. Don't hit the wall or anything. Just gas it up a little bit, keep the car going. That was my thing. He's sticking with me real well. I know he's quick because he was in my last practice, ran a decent time. I ran like a 21.27, I think, as my fast time. It was on a little bit better of a track. Oh God, he sent that in that corner. Like, he really sent that in. I thought I was going to get plowed over. 2 cars running that higher lane got a good amount of momentum. He probably got a lot of momentum because the 3 car checked up so much as well. But he's making that middle outside lane work. He's trying to get that grip and go, but I'm trying to get a lower exit. That worked there in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 might be better higher once the track wears out on the bottom, like mid to bottom. But good battle behind me. Should be an interesting feature with how the track's gonna wear out and everything. I try to run that mid to high lane until my car straightens out off the corner. I try to get a low exit so I don't smack that wall. So, ended up winning the heat. Who got second there? The 2 car got second. Nice. He made that outside work.
Great job. Congratulations, guys.
So that's going to help us out for the future at least. 4th, 5th, kind of far back. 4, 5, 7 seconds. So, going to be a good battle between the 3 of us, it seems like.
Racing, guys.
Should be a good battle up front.
But we're gonna be
But that was some close racing up front. That 2 car had the outside hooked up for the most part. 3 car was doing well on the bottom, keeping his speed up though. It's hard to do once the track starts wearing out like it is. I do like that mid lane though. 2 car likes the real outside, 3 car likes the low lane. Should be a real interesting race. Even with not many people here. Should be an interesting race. And especially since there's not many people here, hopefully we can get some green flag racing. Because this track usually can't get that for some reason. Well, I know why. People just go full throttle into turn 1 most of the time. And then cautions bring more cautions and everybody gets bunched up. But it's not like super hard to pass here. You can get runs on people. So you just have to do it right. This track is a lot of fun to me. Getting real worn out this low side on 1 and 2. That's interesting. I thought the exit of 2 would be pretty clean for most of the race, but that's actually pretty worn out. That 3 car is really ripping it down there sideways. Wearing that thing out. But I think off of 4 it's not too worn out because you could actually get your car down here. It's actually pretty worn out off of 4, so you will be sliding through off the corner, and that's going to hurt your straightaway speed. And you need all the straightaway speed you can get here because these straightaways are long. Like I said before, when I race here, this place reminds me of like a dirt Martinsville in a way. You need as much straightaway speed as you can get, and just work it in the corners to try to get that straightaway speed. So this should be interesting. Last time I ran here was the sprint cars, where I ran like second the entire race. Or actually, I fell back to 3rd, and then chased down the leader running while I ran the low side because the bottom didn't get too worn out. And I chased them down and passed them on the last lap, so that was awesome. I've had some really good races here with people. In limited late models, sprint cars, stuff like that. Get a good start, get out to a lead. Don't get too sideways. 3 car had a pretty good start as well. I don't want to just mash on the gas in the corner because my car will just kick out sideways. And that's not what I want to do. So I kind of like half throttle it or 3/4 throttle it. Just try to keep the car straight and not super sideways. And just try to keep up momentum if I can. Once I feel my car is straight enough off the corner, I'll hit the gas. Seems to be a good amount of grip up here though. That's gonna start going away real quick, and we'll probably start hitting the wall before. And that's not what I want to do, because hitting the wall before will kill your straightaway. I never really hit the wall off a 2, because we run so far off of it coming off the corner, but coming off 4, the grip goes all the way up to it, so you kind of have to be careful of it. But for how small of a field it is, at least we're getting some pretty close racing. I was kind of too slow there in the middle of that corner. I let off a little bit too much. Yeah, car just wants to kick around when you hit the gas in the corner really bad. This guy's beating me in 1 and 2 a good amount. Three cars falling back. He's pretty far back there in 3rd now. 2 cars trying to run that mid lane. I had a lot of momentum off the corner there. Two sideways, middle of that corner. I hit the gas a little bit too much, but I'm getting good straightaway speed at least. So that's a positive. I'm just happy it's like still pretty close racing up front with such a small field, because that's what I was worried about with the 6-car field, but really a 5-car field because one guy left in the heat, which I don't understand that. Because you have to have, I think, 5 for it to be an official race. For the longest time before the race started, there was only 4 registered, but 2 people registered right at the end before we started going. I was hoping a lot more would register. I was hoping for like a 12, 14-car field. That would have been a lot of fun. The thing is, though, there probably would have been a lot of cautions. Try to use this grip, get this speed. That worked out pretty decent. And first yellow. That's unfortunate. Where was the wreck at, as I wonder? Oh, 3-car fell down in the 4th. I wonder if he hit a tire or the wall at all. Holy shit, Pace Truck's booking it, man. He was freaking mashing the gas. He was trying to get a fast lap. I wonder where that caution happened. It must have been the 3.
The brake to set your cars in the corner?
It depends on how good of a bad of an entry I get.
I mean, I've been trying everything, and it seems like you guys just keep inching away. First, I was throwing it in, and it would just push. It wouldn't set. And I used the brake, and I felt like I really lost a lot of time.
Yeah, if you hit the brake too much, it might kick around too much on you. I just try to let off and like half throttle it through most of the corner, and then once the car's straight, I try to get it a good exit.
Gotcha.
Hopefully that helps
I
him.
just don't want to get lapped. I'm trying to stay behind you guys. What's your iRating?
I've got a little over 4K.
Yeah, I got 1,400.
Yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. I'm thinking the 3 hit the wall or the tire at the bottom, because he's now in last.
If I don't get lapped against the guy that's got 4,000 iRating.
I do a lot of different races, though. I like the late models a lot.
Double them
So,
up, double them up. You're gonna be on
too wide on the restart. Hopefully get another good restart like we did on the last one. Just got to be careful not hit the gas too hard getting off the corner. Don't want to get sideways going down the straightaway on a restart. This guy might blow right by me because he's quick. He's staying right with me on my ass, so he's keeping me on my toes at least, which I like. I don't know EJ's iRating at all. It's a little bit lower than mine probably. I'm not sure how much because I didn't see what division he was in or anything. I don't recognize the name. I don't run the UMPs a lot or anything.
Be ready.
Had a good restart there. Wasn't amazing, but it was a good restart. Yeah, I don't try to use too much brake here. It all depends on how your car gets thrown into the corner. I really just try to let off the gas like I was saying to the 5 car. I think it was 5, yeah, Tyler. But I really just try to keep my car straight for the most part. Ooh, I'm starting to pull away from the 2. Maybe I found something. 5 car looks like he's kind of finding something too. Maybe taking my advice. Because I try not to go too hard into the corners. I know when I was in practice with the 5, did somebody just wreck back there? I thought I saw somebody climbing the fence in my mirror. I'm not sure though. I got 2 straight in the middle of that corner. 5 car held his own for a lap or 2. Definitely takes a lot of practice to be quick in any car. I like the UMPs a lot. I liked racing them before. Yeah, I think the 6 might have been the one that hit the wall that I saw in my mirror. And with him being towards the back and there was nobody behind him, probably didn't bring out a caution for that reason. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to get my right rear barely in the grip to where I'm not sliding too much through the corner. Kind of tap the brake there. But you don't want to tap the brake when you're like already kicked it in sideways. My car wasn't kicking sideways going in, so I tapped the brake to get it to rotate a little bit. But if you guys notice, like at the end of a straightaway, I try to like whip my car out to the right the slightest bit. It just kind of naturally happens to me. And then turn it back left going into the corner for like that little effect to get it to turn in. 2 cars found a little bit of speed now. He just had a bad restart, it seems like, first couple laps. I'm just trying to get that edge of the grip and go. 2 cars running a little bit lower than I am. I'm trying to miss that big slick spot in the middle of 1. That might have been hurting me some. But especially in these corners with how tight the corner is, you don't want to just mash the gas. You'll just be spinning your tires and losing a lot of time. 2 cars really on me though. I'm waiting for him to throw a slider at some point. I got 2 sideways there. That was a bad corner. Very bad corner. He probably backed off because he probably let off a little bit more than he wanted to because I was 2 sideways. Which I appreciate. I think it's going to be kind of tough to pass with the lanes of the track at this point. Because usually the bottom doesn't get too worn out like it is now. And you can kind of make the bottom work, but with how bad the exits are, I think it's going to be really tough to pass unless you get a huge run on somebody or they really mess up in front of you. So I'm hoping I can just keep my pace. That was a good exit. There's so much room off of 2 lower. If you can cut that corner coming off, you can probably get some good speed. If you can get your car straight enough early in the corner, like midway through the corner, you can probably cut a good part of that corner off in 2. Like right after this, if you can go straight off the corner right here, you can probably get a lot of speed on people. 5 car is still in 3rd. I smacked the wall looking at the relative with my back end. That will mess your corner engines up a little bit, but it kind of worked out for me. I got to turn enough. I'm just disappointed not more people ran this because I didn't want to wait till the next 2 hours to run this because that would be at like 1:15. And the NASCAR race starts at 2 today, so I wanted to get this race in before then, and this was the only other time slot. Because I ran the 3:05 this morning at like 9. By the time I uploaded that and everything, it was a little bit after 10. And then I practiced for this race till it started, pretty much. But I won't go into a race without some practice. I'm not going to go into a race blinded, not knowing what the car is going to do or how it's going to run on a track. I like to get it at least the 30 minutes before the race session. I'll register for the race like as soon as I can, if possible, and get all the practice I can and try to get the track worn out, because I know normally by the end of oh, he slid really far up through that corner. I saw him flying in my mirror. I know by the end of features, these tracks get really worn out, especially when there's heat races like in the street stocks and these UMPs. I want to get some practice on a worn out track. I like getting practice on a newer track for like qualifying or a heat race, or if you just get a track that's not very worn in and you don't have heat races, it's just like a 25-30 lap race, like the limiteds are, or even the super late models. I like getting like all forms of the track, all different types of slickness in it, so you know where to run. Coming up to the 6 car, hopefully we can get around him clean. Yeah, 2 car's trying to run real hard in that grip. He's like pushing it real hard into these corners, I think. I'm like not trying to go too hard into one because I want to get that cut off the corner, but that was a really bad corner. I was like sideways, even going down the straightaway a little bit. It's like you guys can see my steering input on how much I'm really turning and the gas. He's starting to catch me a little bit.
5 laps to go right now.
I had to tap the brake because I tapped the wall. Tapping the wall really hurts your entrance and usually most your corner too. But with how worn out this is getting, we're sliding real far up these corners. 2 car is catching me. Less than 5 laps left. Yeah, he's running like straight in my tracks right there. That's the exact line he's running. With how slicked off it is, it sounds like I'm just spinning the tires down the straightaway. Oh, don't hit the wall. It slid way too high up through that corner. I'm surprised it did not hit that wall. I really thought I was going to hit him. I heard his engine in my left side. Like he was right on my back left, I think, going into that corner. I might have slid a little bit too much through it. His lap car could pose a problem. Ooh, he got in the wall a little bit. That gives me a little bit of a buffer.
2 more, let's go.
2 more laps. Lap car, please go low. Like you see the racing line. He's going like super low on the straightaways and then coming back up. Like that's terrifying.
I'm in a white flag.
2 cars in the wall again. Should be able to get by him here coming off the corner successfully. That worked out. 5 car stayed in 3rd. He's 10 seconds back, but he stayed in 3rd. I'm surprised. I thought the 3 car would definitely be in 3rd and up here with the 2 and I wonder if that wreck really messed up his car because he was fast in the beginning. That was a fun heat race with the 3 of us.
Good job.
But hell, I'm happy we won. I'm happy about that. It was a good race for the 2. Very good race because he was on my ass the entire race. So it kept me on my toes. But luckily I was able to keep hold of that one on a small field like this. I was car number 1. I don't know how much of an iRating buffer I had over 2nd or anything. Might be.
Thanks for the advice, man. It helped for a while until the track started selecting up and your guys' experience really showed.
Yeah, when this track gets slicked off, it's hard not to slide up into the wall, and especially in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 can kill you.
Things over there, okay? Cool.
Yeah, these things got some horsepower. I can do some burnouts. I'm happy about that. Oh, 6 car. He's still just doing laps. I'm gonna hit that tire. Nope, not quite. I'm happy about that, though. Very happy about that. I'll always love this track. I do pretty well on this track. I feel like I have a good amount of success. Even though it's a small field, a victory is a victory. I'll take it. I wish more people would have ran it because the 2 and I had a really good race. So, I want to see what happened to him there in the closing laps. Because he smacked the wall, because he was right on me. He smacked the wall here in 3 and 4. Yeah, he had a really good entrance there, backed off, which I appreciate. He didn't run me over. And then I think he lost so much ground, he was trying to get it back here in 3 and 4. You get a little bit too high there in 3 and 4 in the grip, and it would just slide you around. He smacked the wall there, lost a little bit more time. He was really good on the entrance of 1 and 2, a lot better than I was. He took like a shallower entrance going up there and kept his car straighter. He was definitely better on entrance to 1 and 2. I think he smacked the wall again here. Yeah, that lost him some more time. That lost him a lot more time than the one before. That was unfortunate for him because he was right on me. It was good racing, man. That was a lot of fun. What happened to the first caution? I want to say that the 3 car hit the wall or wrecked or something because he was in 3rd, not too far behind us. He was really good in the beginning, like heat race and everything. He was really fast running that bottom. I think he like hit a tire or something or this wall because he was sticking to this low line and it's so worked in, like there was not that much grip down there at all. But he was making it work. Did he hit a tire? Oh, he might hit this inside wall right here. Nope. Was it a 3 and 4? Where was the caution at? Oh, he did not turn into that corner. It was real shallow. Yep, tire. Tire going into 3. That's what happens if you go in too low and don't get the car to rotate. You could see his car didn't rotate at all. It kind of just went straight in. I want to go into his view. Started to get the rotate there probably by tapping the brake, and he got to rotate just a little bit too much. And if he didn't hit that tire, he hit the wall regardless, and that spun him right around. So that's unfortunate for him because he was quick. He was pretty quick. Did a nice 360, kept it going. But I think because he was the caution, he fell back to the last. Yeah, his front end was messed up from that too. I want to go back to the very beginning heat race as well because I had a really good start and he was like playing games with it. I thought he was going to go and I think I tapped his right side and I thought he was going to go and I think he was about to until I tapped him. And then he just backed off. And he really waited till the straightaway. And I got a good time to start there. And then that outside lane just worked. This was a good heat race. I just want to watch this heat race back because he made this bottom work. And that the 2 was making the top side work. Really the mid lane at that point because that lane was gone in the feature. You can see how much lower we're running and how much grip there is up to the wall. But you don't want to run all the way up there right now because you're just going to slide up into the wall like we did in the feature race. He bounce smacked that wall. That was when I was like, he sent it in that corner, and he really did. He almost hit that inside wall. He was fast on the bottom, man. He was real good on the bottom. Car didn't rotate for him. The 2 car had a good entrance, but fell off on that exit. Where did the 2 car get him in the heat race? He was so good on the entrance of 1 and 2. He fell off there, got 2 sideways. The 2 car is very good in 1 and 2, especially the entrance. Because that's where he was catching me also. You can see how much I slow up in these corners when the track's kind of not too worn in. I was really trying not to get run over because I like to take it easy in these corners to get a good line through it. 2 car was just working that outside. We're already on lap 4 of this heat race. The outside lane was working just a little bit better. He had a real good entrance there, the 2 did. 3 had a good exit, got a little sideways there. 2 had a pretty solid exit as well. A lot of momentum, smacks the wall though. 3 car goes in super hard into that corner, made it stick. When did this 2 car start coming in? Man, like he finished 2nd in this heat race and he's fell off pretty far. He had a couple really good corners, or the 3 had some bad ones because he slid up really far there. Didn't have as good of an exit as the 2. Goes low again. 2 was just so good in 1 and 2. Right there, 3 went real hard into the bottom of 1. 2 car got the stick on that high side finally in 1 and 2. This is where I realized I need to run up top because 2's going to pass me too. Because if the 2 would have ended up winning this heat race, he probably would have won the feature as well. That's lap 6 going into 7. 2 car goes into 2nd. He was getting that outside lane the stick, man. Like he slid up a little bit too far there. But if he didn't slide up there, he would have been right on my ass. This is lap 7 going out of 8. This was just a fun heat race, man. Like I thought this is what the feature was going to be like. And that would have been a ton of fun. But instead it was just the 2 and I because the 3 car hit that inside tire in 3 and 4. It was just too slicked off for him running that low lane in the feature. Last lap, 2 car slapped the opening there. That could have been detriment because you hit that he like skimmed the wall right here before he got that opening, because if he would have hit the opening, that would have shot his car inside, just straight inside. Kind of messed up his line going into 3. The 3 had a good 3 and 4, but 2 has the momentum, beats him by half a car length in the heat race. That was a fun heat race. I can't stress that enough. That was a fun heat race, but hey, I'm happy we ended up winning there. I want to go back and actually see a burnout, because that I just love burnouts, especially like on dirt. That doesn't happen too often. I was happy I was able to get by the lap car pretty easily as well, so that's nice. I was able to get a good run on him in 1 and 2, but not a lot of cars can do a burnout on dirt or on the asphalt, but this one has enough horsepower you can do it on both, and I just love the smoke. Just engulf your car in the smoke. It's so nice. But that was a lot of fun. Wish we had a bigger field for sure. Only 6 cars, really 5 for the feature is unfortunate. Definitely gained a little bit high rating though, so let's go see what we end up getting. All right, results are in. Strength of field was still 2200, so we had pretty good strength of field overall. He hit 3400, nice. He had the fastest lap. He definitely was faster than me there in the beginning. He was hitting 1 and 2 so well. I'm just happy I had the lead. And that's what really changed everything, because I was able to get a good restart. And he fell back on that second restart. Well, the first one after the caution, other than the initial restart, or the initial start, I should say, because I had a really good restart after the caution. But he had the fastest lap. I just stayed consistent, and it was hard to pass with the way the lines worked. We gained 39 iRating at least, so we're able to get some back from our last couple races, because we lost like 8 in the sprint car race, and I think we lost 5 in the, what was it, street stock race? Yeah, I think it was 5 in that, so we gained a little bit there. But that limited late model race that we had at Cedar Lake, we lost a lot, so we're gaining some of that back at least. But we were able to lead all the laps, which was awesome. Wish there was more people. Like I keep saying that, because this was a fun race. The 2 car had me on edge the entire time, and I'm happy I just never messed up. I was able to keep my line and not smack the wall, and I thought I was going to 1 lap. That was super close, but 5 car ended up gaining some good iRate. He said he had 1400. He had 15.5, like mid 15s at that time. He's almost up to 16. That was a good race. That advice helped him apparently, so that's good. Very happy I was able to help him. That's awesome. 4 car lost a lot because he left in the heat race, and you need at least 5 to have a full race, because you can see this is the only split. Don't know why nobody wants to race here. It's a lot of fun. The 2 and I showed how much fun it could be. The 3 was with us in that heat race, which was a ton of fun. That heat race was so good. I wish I could go back and have that as the feature, but it is what it is. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the race nonetheless. Let me know if you guys ended up running this race this week, because it seems like not a lot of people are running it, and I think it's a ton of fun, because everything else is at Cedar Lake. I don't really like Cedar Lake. It just doesn't vibe with me. Tracks like this are so much more fun to me, in my opinion. Just like a paperclip kind of track, like USA and the 305s. It wasn't as much of a paperclip as the like super late models would have been there, but it's still a fun track to me, especially because you had to save your fuel a little bit for the 305s. But appreciate you guys for watching as always. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.